Previously on Phoenix Returns, Reborn at 16, Shen Zhiwei tore the marriage decree to pieces in front of the entire court. Defying an imperial decree means death, unless you hold the late Empress Dowager's golden token of immunity. And she did. Now, every blade she had ever taken for the Crown Prince, she would return one by one. The first strike, the secret ledgers of his stolen military funds found their way, quite by accident, of course, into the hands of the imperial censors. Next, her dear best friend's love letters to another man scattered, how unfortunate, across every street in the capital. Within a single month, the Crown Prince was confined to his palace, and the enemies of the Shen family fell one after another. The whole city said the Shen girl had gone mad. Only one man saw the truth. From a tea-house balcony above the crowded street, the most powerful man in the empire slowly closed his folding fan and smiled. The Regent Prince Xiaoju, the only person who, in her past life, had risked execution to bury her body after she died. On a moonlit night in a bamboo courtyard, he stood in her path. "Does your highness wish to form an alliance?" she asked. He looked into her eyes and answered one word at a time. "No. I wish to marry you." On the day of their wedding, before the red silk had even settled, the Crown Prince stormed the palace with his soldiers, a cornered beast making its final, desperate move. He believed holding the emperor hostage would turn the board. He never realized this was the exact move Shen Zhiwei had been waiting for. Across 2 lifetimes, the bride walked into the throne hall in her phoenix crown, calm as still water, and presented not a wedding gift, but ironclad proof that the Crown Prince had poisoned the late Empress. "The evidence of your crime," she said quietly, "is already in His Majesty's hands." The Crown Prince was stripped of his title, reduced to a commoner, and imprisoned in the imperial tombs for the rest of his life. And her dear best friend knelt in the snow, crawling on her knees, begging for mercy, exactly as Shen Zhiwei once had, on that snowy night, in another life. Shen Zhiwei left her with only one sentence: "Everything I have given you is everything you once gave me." The snow stopped. The deaths of 2 lifetimes were finally settled. The histories would record that the Regent Princess Shen stood beside her husband through a golden age and never suffered a single injustice again. Someone once asked her, what was the greatest gift of living twice? She smiled and said, "Before loving anyone else, I learned to love myself." Phoenix Returns, the end. If this story moved you, subscribe to Second Life for a brand new Rebirth story every week. Until the next life.